Hey everyone, Your Name here. Today, let's dive into a really interesting topic: what a second Trump presidency could mean for the Horn of Africa. This region is already dealing with a lot: conflict, authoritarianism, and international rivalries. So, if Trump were to return to the White House, what could we expect? Let's break it down. First up, Somalia could see a spike in drone strikes against al-Shabaab, aligning with Trump's annihilate terrorists mantra. But remember the abrupt troop withdrawal in 2020? That kind of erratic decision-making could destabilize regional security efforts, putting partners like Kenya and the African Union on edge. Next, let's talk about Trump's first term. Saw cautious support for the 2018 peace deal between these two countries, despite Eritrea's human rights record. In a second term, we might see deeper ties with Eritrea's authoritarian leader, Isaias Afwerki, to counter China and Russia, and Ethiopia. Well, they could face pressure to maintain this alliance, even if it stymies their democratic reforms. Now, onto this small country hosts both US and Chinese military bases, making it a strategic hotspot. Trump might use aid and sanctions to push Djibouti to limit Chinese projects like the Doraleh port. But Djibouti's strategic balancing act means they're likely to resist such pressure is another big one. Trump's 2020 delisting of Sudan as a terror state, which hinged on Sudan paying $335 million and normalizing relations with Israel, set a precedent. A second term could see more of these deals, offering aid or sanctions relief in exchange for recognizing Israel. But this transactional approach risks undermining democratic movements, as we've already seen with Sudan's rocky transition. When it comes to don't expect much, a second Trump administration might marginalize or even dismiss human rights concerns entirely. Forced conscription in Eritrea, ethnic violence in Ethiopia, and clan-based repression in Somalia could be overlooked in favor of security partnerships, emboldening autocrats and alienating civil society groups. And then there's Trump's perceived affinity for Russia, could reshape the dynamic in the Horn. Russia is already making moves for naval access in Sudan and Eritrea. And a second Trump term might see tacit US acceptance of these ambitions, especially if countering China is the higher priority. So what does all this mean for the Horn of Africa? In the short term, authoritarian leaders might find opportunities to align with US security goals, but in the long run, erratic US policies and neglected governance issues could lead to greater instability. The great power competition will intensify, with China and Russia likely exploiting US transactional diplomacy. For the Horn's fragile states, it could mean trading sovereignty for aid or security, leaving ordinary citizens to bear the brunt of abandoned reforms and instability. That's a quick rundown of what a second Trump presidency could mean for the Horn of Africa. If you found this insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more geopolitical analysis. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.